this first. Yeah. Here is the okay, good morning, teachers. Oh, good afternoon, sorry. I have the winter. I will talk about my research, that is Chilean EFL, Teenage Learners Literacy, how it reflects their oral proficiency. Okay, so first of all, this research is supposed to be done in Colegio Jorge Santo Rodriguez. That is a school from Renca. And the importance of understanding the national context, the importance of this research is to understand the national context of different level of literacy among students from the same class. Okay? So, first of all, we have the research question, that is, how may the different type of Chilean EFL teenage learners from a medium-low socioeconomic status literacy will reflect on their oral proficiency in the target language. The target language is English. Okay. So for this research question, we have this general objective, that is to describe how the different types of Chilean EFL teenage learners from a medium-low socioeconomic status literacy are reflect on their oral proficiency in the target language. The specific objectives are to classify the students whether they belong in the restricted or elaborated code, that those are concepts that we will see later on, and to identify what is the knowledge area of language in the oral proficiency in the target language in which the students have less domain, grammar, or vocabulary. Okay, the assumptions are that the students have a low level of mother tongue literacy, that is Spanish. And the other one is that they are prone to making errors in English vocabulary rather than in grammar due to the lack of Spanish vocabulary. This is an assumption that was made, well, actually it's not an assumption made by Ursula Gromona, but she talks about how affect the lack of vocabulary in the specific Chilean Spanish context. The theoretical framework. With the purpose of understand this research question, we have first a constant that is the medium-low socioeconomic status. Okay. First of all, this is a constant because this is where it belongs, the school, and to categorize the school in these status, we talk about four factors that are the low mother educational level, the low father educational level, the low total economic monthly input, economic monthly input, and the high level of vulnerability index. And in the other side, we have the variables of the research question. The variable A is related to the level of literacy. In this study, we understand level of literacy as the level of alphabetization of students when they recognize sounds and naming words. And from this level of literacy, we have the codes. That the codes are, according to Lick John, the set of organization rules that are among the same members of a social group. And from here, we have first the restricted code that is related to the lack of this Spanish literacy, and the elaborated code that is in the opposite sense of the restricted one. So it means that they have a better level of literacy. And the variable B, we have the oral proficiency in the target language. And this is understood as the level the ability they have when they are using the language. And from here we have grammar, that is the ability to use tenses, verbal tenses, and understand implicit or explicit messages. And the vocabulary, that is related to the word that they use when they are talking in speaking and oral English. Speaking and listening skills. The methodological framework. The paradigm used in this one, it will be the interpretative one, because you will need to use observation to collect data of events, and it will be through a qualitative research, because what we pretend is to study a social phenomenon and understand the particular situation by investigating the behavior of people in context. So the design. The methodological design will be the case of study, because we need to investigate a contemporary phenomenon within a real life context. So the case of study will be done in this specific context, that is the school and the 4th grade. And we will take this later. The procedure. The application of, first of all, it is needed to apply a Spanish oral test in order to label or categorize these students into whether they belong to a restricted or elaborated code, and then an application of translation test from English into Spanish, so we can recognize patterns in vocabulary and grammar. The description of this scenario. The students that will be part of this investigation are 4th grade high school students from Colegio Jorge Alexandre Rodriguez, that is in Renca. They are 25 students, boys and girls, and they belong to a middle-low socioeconomic status. The research materials are the Spanish test, in order to categorize them into restricted or elaborated code. They will have to do a brief oral presentation in Spanish of a randomly given topic. And in order to avoid the pattern effect, they will only have 1 minute. So they don't have the chance to improve the behavior when they are talking. And this will be like automatically. And the evaluation will be through a rubric. The evaluation rubric will be the next one that is shown there, and is divided into the 2 oral proficiency areas of knowledge that we want to investigate, that are grammar and vocabulary. And depending on the score they obtain on the test, the student will be categorized elaborated code if they have a score equal or more than 5, and restricted code if they have a score equal or less than 4. The translation test will be the next one. They have both categories of codes, sentences. There are elaborated and restricted ones. In one way. For example, we have elaborated and restricted, and so on. So, and then we write down literally what the students translate. The scientific rigor, this material were subject to the validation from people with knowledge and experience in the specific area of study. So it was asked to Ms. Negron and the teacher from the school where I was doing the internship to validate this instrument. And also the outcomes will be given by the student directly from the evaluation, and finally, the school staff professional will be involved in the process of application and evaluation of the test. The proposed data analysis technique is to input data collected into a chart. And this is the chart. We have the sentence asked you to translate. Once we have the students with elaborate and restricted code, when we write them their translation depending in which one level they are. The division of patterns, well, we'll do a division of pattern into two subcategories. They are oral proficiency knowledge area, grammar, and vocabulary. So what we will do here is to write what are the patterns they have, what are the mistakes that they are prone to do. So, and then we write in grammar and vocabulary, and this is related to this is related to the assumptions that I did. So then we have this the most repetitive mistakes. We can do an analysis of these mistakes. So we, for example, we can say that elaborate students have more problem with grammar, or that restricted code students have more problems with vocabulary, and then we do the analysis. The expected outcomes, the contributions to the field, are the understanding the Chilean reality. So if we have a different level of literacy in Spanish, we would like to know how this affects their performance in English. So once we have these results, we can implement a way to include all of them, the students, to improve the restricted code students, and also improve the elaborated students at the same time. So I mean, because of they have like elaborated students, they will have the chance of still improving and leaving them aside because they already know English. And the limitation of this study are related to that it is not applicable to all Chilean schools, because this is a specific study. It will be only applicable to the same to a school with the same characteristics, like they belong to a middle-low social-economic status. They don't have like a lot of students in the classroom, and so on. And there you have the reference. Thank you.